Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Las Vegas Casino podcast. I promised I was going to talk about the other new show that I saw there in Vegas. This one, besides the Sin City Comedy Club, I saw a new show called Vegas, the show. So, simple title, but it's Vegas and then exclamation point, the show. And again, it's located there in Planet Hollywood, which seems to be like the black hole of great shows to watch because everything seems to just be focusing there, especially with my trips. So Vegas the show, as I had teased in some of my Little Godzilla photos when I was there in Vegas last week, this is an old-timed, old-fashioned show straight from like the 50s and 60s. It definitely harkens back to the era when Las Vegas is considered during the classic days, when some people actually say that Vegas was at its best. And it has to do with those shows where you have the guys that come out in tuxedos and they sing like classic songs. You have the full band, the full orchestra band in the background. You have, of course, the Las Vegas showgirls dressed, not really scantily dressed, but still dressed provocatively, just like again, like they were back in the 50s and 60s. No nudity. This is all completely family friendly. And then, of course, you have the big, huge productions with the giant sets, the backdrops, the lighting. This was as old-fashioned as it can be. Like if you were placed into a time machine and then dropped back into the 50s and 60s when Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin were playing, this is where it is. So if you wanted to see a show like that, then this is your place to go to there in Planet Hollywood. I did this just on an off chance to see the show because I've never seen anything like this old-fashioned before. It's not really my thing, but I wanted to go ahead and experience it. Because why not? You can't really critique something if you haven't experienced it. And to me, I just wanted to see if I would truly either love it or hate it. After the show finished, I kind of fell into the category where more along the lines of it was boring to me, but only because it wasn't really targeted to me. In fact, I was probably one of the youngest people there within the audience because everyone around me was like in their 50s or 60s. So it was quite surprising to see that I was one of the younger folks there. And the show itself, again, everything is 100% from the Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. days. In fact, the main people, the main singers within the show, mimicked basically the Rat Pack, like that was them. They down to how they dressed, down to how they talked. It's not exactly like a tribute show. Like the Beatles show where they outright dressed like them, but no, it was more like an homage to them. And then some of the women dancers that came out, some of them sang as well. Some of them were, I guess, mimics to Diana Ross and the Tina Turners whenever they were playing the classic Vegas shows as well. And all the pieces, all the music that played, nothing was probably after the 70s. The only time of period I saw was, I'm sorry, after the 60s, because there was like a portion of the show that was dedicated to Sonny and Cher, but that was probably the last era, the latest era that the show focused on. Anything else after that was nowhere to be seen. So yeah, the show itself, if you're a fan of those old-fashioned choreographed shows, this is definitely for you. It plays in the same theater that the Nathan Burton show, the comedy show that was the magic show that was there that I've seen several times. So it's in the same theater right then and there. The ticket prices are not too bad. For the show itself, if you're comparing them to some of the other larger shows like the Beatles show or anything else like the Celine Dion's. They're a little bit pricey though, in of itself compared to what I usually spend, like in the 30-40 bucks range. Here, a VIP ticket, you're looking at $60 to $70, and that is ouch. That's a little bit more expensive than I thought. And the only reason I got it was, again, I always do just VIP only when it comes to these shows, so that way I can truly experience them best way firsthand. And in this case, I think it's much more expensive because the production is so much more bigger. I mean, they probably had about 20 to 25 people at some point dancing and singing throughout the show, and those people got to be paid somehow, as compared to the usual shows that I see, which is usually like one guy standing in front of one set either a brick wall like a comedy show or standing in front of their own magic show, and then that's it. So far different production value. And then it was nice though. The big marks that I had to give was hearing a live orchestra there in person. There's just a whole different factor when you compare hearing pre-recorded things compared to a live thing. I mean, it is by far fantastic, and the show production value, the singing, the choreography, they did really great. I have to give kudos to all the people there. It looks like they were really trying their best. They weren't just phoning it in as yet again another performance, like performance number 200 of the year. No, they were really giving their all, and in some cases, some of the people there, you could tell that this is what they love. That they're there in Vegas to perform, and this is what they finally are able to do on a consistent basis. The music is live too, as I mentioned. So is the singing. I was trying to catch and see if there was any moment of, let's say, where the voices are pre-recorded and the people are just miming the music, but no, it is 100% real. So the fact that these people have to do it every single day, again, shows the passion that they have. So Vegas, the show, they are located in Planet Hollywood. I recommend it only if you're into those shows. I just had to try it out. It's not for me. I'm not going to go again anytime soon. But if you're into those kind of shows, it is absolutely for you. Be prepared though, the prices are a little bit more expensive, even with the discounts that you can try to get on certain websites. It still ain't going to be cheap. So if you can, maybe if you're lucky, maybe you can get some free tickets if you stay at Planet Hollywood, but otherwise be prepared to pay a little bit more. So, alright everybody, thanks again as always. Take care.